By now you know that LA Knight is one of WWE's biggest and most rising stars in the company right now. He has really shot up in the ranks the last 3 to 6 months. His has really gotten over. His persona has really gotten over. But there's one major thing, one major flaw in LA Knight's quote-unquote package that I think could hold him back, and I'll explain what I think that is right now. LA Knight needs a better finisher. Now, I think LA Knight has all of the makings to be an absolute superstar, but a lot of superstars, when you think about who they are and what their legacy is, a lot of them have incredible finishers that are iconic and have really changed wrestling. I mean, you think of, Stone Cold Stunner, the Rock Bottom, the People's Elbow, even if it's Hulk Hogan's leg drop, Randy Orton's RKO. There are signature moves that you just know. You see it's about to happen and you say, that is why this person is so awesome. But LA Knight, to me, does not have that. Now, his move is the blunt force trauma, the BFT, and it's fine. It's not a terrible move, but it to me is not a finisher. It's almost like a move that you would just use to get somebody down on the mat to then use some sort of a submission hold on them or just to stun them a bit. But the BFT is basically like a snapmare driver. It almost looks like he's about to do the stunner. He kind of goes in like, he's about to chug a beer like Stone Cold, grab you by the neck, but then it's a snapmare and it kind of just, in my opinion, fizzles out and doesn't look and feel impactful. And if you sell it well, like Pete Dunne has sold his finisher really well, it can look fine, but there's a lot of people that don't sell his finisher well. And I think having a finisher that stars can oversell is huge. Stone Cold always says that the stunner really helped put him over because guys like The Rock, Stone Cold, Scott Hall were able to sell his finisher and make it seem like they were basically dying in the ring. I mean, The Rock said he used to try to act like he was having a seizure when he was selling those moves. And LA Knight's just doesn't do it for me. So here's what I would do if I was LA Knight. LA Knight is an old school guy. He's really kind of tying into the old school mindset of wrestling. And I would have him kind of develop a vicious DDT, because I think the DDT is a move that all wrestling fans, especially old school wrestling fans, really love. Nobody did it better than Jake Roberts, and nobody ever will. But I think if LA Knight added his own version of a DDT, I think that would really bring in that attitude era feel for him and set him apart and give him a finisher that people say, wow, okay, this guy is not messing around. That's a 1, 2, 3. Because right now when he hits the BFT, I just don't feel like it's going to end the match, and that's not good. If you're Brock Lesnar and you hit the F5, it's over. John Cena hitting the AA, it's over. And yes, there are moments where kickouts are important and necessary, but Shawn Michaels with the sweet chin music, once that band started tuning up, you knew, hey, it was an absolute wrap for whoever that was. And I just don't feel like LA Knight has that right now with his finisher. And I believe if they repackaged it a bit, gave him a better finisher, had guys be able to sell it better and easier, it would really add to the ending of his matches. Because LA Knight, the strength of his entrance music is over. He's really good at walkouts. He's really good on the mic. And he is a good in-ring worker. But I do believe that people aren't as impressed as they could be by the ending of his matches. Now, he does lose a lot of matches, but even when he wins matches, it's not as impressive as some could be. And I think that the new finisher would do that. So let me know what you think. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, and that's fine. This is just my opinion. I love talking about wrestling, so I like sharing my thoughts with you guys. But if you think that he needs a new finisher, let me know what you would give him as a finisher. If you could play Vince McMahon here and say, hey, LA Knight, what do you want as your finisher? What would you make it for him? And would love to hear from you down below. in the comments. Thank you guys for subscribing. We're almost at 200, so please subscribe, like the video if you're still here, and if so, I'll give you a big yeah for LA Knight. Thanks, guys.